Good afternoon, folks. This is Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers. It is a wonderful Sunday, February the 20th, 2022. This is episode number 323 of your 3 business tips at 3 o'clock in and around 3 minutes. Today we're continuing our series of discussing business basics, where we go into the core elements. Today we're going to talk about employee problems. We're going to talk about help me understand, how do we fix, and by when. Inevitably, even if you're a solopreneur, you're going to get to a point where you're going to hire staff. It could be virtual assistants, it could be part-time people. And when you hire and deal with people, business owners, you're going to deal with employee problems. Now, the good thing is you want to try to mitigate this as much as possible, but nevertheless, you're going to deal with them. And the question becomes, how do you deal with them? Well, you usually call them in and you're going to have some sort of interview process depending on the severity of the issue. And you're going to want to answer and talk to them about different questions. Business tip number 1. When you're in your first communications with them, you need to be asking yourself or asking them, help me understand X, whatever X is the problem is. You're going to be talking with them and you don't want to get into their face or say, hey, you did this wrong. You want them to help explain to you what it is that they were doing. Then once we understand that, the very next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to say, hey, how do we fix this? You want to enlist their input because they need to be part of the solution. Since they're part of the problem in this particular case, they need to be part of the solution. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to go with exactly what they say, but you want to embrace them as part of it. You might need to explain some of the particular issues that are going on and give your input into it, but you definitely want to have them buy in. And then moving beyond that, we get to the most important thing, which is business tip number 3. You need to have some sort of time frame of when this behavior, this request, this pattern, this problem gets fixed. So you need to be asking them, hey, by when? And again, we're starting with the same part of it. We're getting them to tell us. Now, once you hear what they say, you may want to adjust that a little bit as well, because maybe they think they can fix this within 2 weeks, but you're more the realistic person. You know that may take them a month, or you're adding a new service or new issue to them. So you want to kind of discuss that and have some sort of dialogue. The purpose of all of this is to engage and be asking questions without being condescending or without getting into their face, but really have that transactions, more so getting your particular employee to understand that. This is what I'm dealing with, even though I deal with mostly virtual employees. You want to have a good interview process so you don't have to deal with these problems. But employee problems, dealing with people in general, is going to be something that you, business owner, are going to deal with all the time. By the way, I focus on employees, but it could be clients as well. This is what I'm learning this week. Anything I learn, I throw over the fence to you, because I want you guys to be awesome. Now go back to sleep.